Am I in there?
Yeah, now you're there. 3, 2, 1. Okay, hi everybody. So this is my video to demo how to do miso, and this is my wonderful friend Jennifer in Bisbee, Arizona. Go down a little lower because I can't see you. Hey Jennifer.
Hi.
Okay, so this is her wonderful kitchen, and so yeah, we're gonna do miso. And so you have your cup of black beans, your 1¼ tablespoon of salt, your 1 cup of cooking water. You have the 1¾ cup of koji I sent you, homemade barley koji. You've got your sterilized jar somewhere. Oh, on the stove.
I think they're out of the camera shot.
That's okay. And then you got your cheesecloth that you're going to use to cover the jar, rubber band, and your tools to mash the beans are right there attached to your arms. Okay, so you've done your soaking of the beans with filtered water or with water, and you slow cooked the beans. And so now we want to warm up the beans so they're at 110 degrees.
Okay.
And you've got your thermometer.
Yeah.
It's a chocolate, you know. Oh, nice. You can watch the go from 0 to
action.
yeah, this is great. So it's 67, 68. Holy moly. It's amazing.
So while I'm heating the beans, is there something I can get ready for the next step?
That's a good question. Well, so as it goes up to, once it reaches 110, you can I guess you would just put it back in your bowl, and you'll mash it and add your cooking water and the koji. So that's gonna kind of create a bit of a paste. And so the jar you want to so is the jar that you're going to use dry?
No.
Okay, and that's okay. Like, I would just pour, if there's like a few drops of water in it, you just want to pour it.
I can
like
dry it.
Well, actually, you don't want to dry it because you're going to actually salt the edges of the actual moisture is actually good. You just don't want to have like a concentrated salt water kind of thing. So you're going to take you're going to take a new batch of salt. Oh, and let's see, how's your temperature? You're at 72 or something?
73. We're good.
Okay. So you're actually going to take a little teaspoon. So just take a little bit of salt from your Celtic sea salt into your hand, like into the palm of your hand. Okay. And let's just start with that. And so you're just going to coat the edges, the bottom and the edges and the sides, as if you're, right. You just want to sprinkle it as if you're trying to do glitter, as if you're trying to make it glittery. Yeah.
It's really coarse salt, so it doesn't.
Yep, that's how I use mine. Okay. Yeah. And so and if you think, like, you could do like a mortar and pestle, like if you wanted to crush it up some more, but I used coarse salt.
I have some finer salt. It's just sea salt.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't have iodine, that should be fine. And you do want to put it in by hand, as if you're like doing like a glitter jar.
Okay. Okay, this is going to be what is it supposed to be?
So this is kind of creating a seal for your
110, right?
yeah.
We went way over.
Oh wow, that's quick.
Yeah, it was.
So just
Hold on.
you know
It might just be the pan that's that hot. I just don't want to. Yeah, it's the pan.
Okay, so I mean, if you wanted to put it into a bowl, and so once it cools down in to 110, then we would inoculate.
Okay. I don't think the beans are quite at 110, but the pan was really getting.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, that's cool.
So our beans are 107, 108, 114. Depends on the spots.
Okay. Well, I guess if you get like 3 spots at 110, then we'll call that good.
See what happens after I stir it here. I think it's a little warm. Let me take it out of the pan. Oops. Okay. I think the general consensus is about 121 or so.
Okay, so we'll just wait like I don't know, maybe a
minute or two.
Little, yeah. But yeah, so so let's see how the salt looks. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
And there's some loose salt. Should I dump it off?
No, I think I would keep it.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I have seen like it can be like miso can be a little funny. Like there'll be like little air pockets, and so some people put it like you either mash it like can your hands fit into that jar?
Oh no, not this one.
Okay, so I mean you could use like a do you have a pestle or like
I do, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Would it fit into that jar?
Oh, let's see. It's kind of a short, stubby one.
Yeah.
But I can mash it in here first. It'll probably contaminate it though, since.
Right. Yeah.
Sterilize this.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, if you use spices, I just don't want spices to kill the koji or whatever, and I don't even know if it would, but because you have to kind of mash the miso so there's no air pockets when it's in the jar.
Okay.
So, do you have anything that I mean, if you have like the handle of a tenderizer or just something like a dowel,
something to mash it down.
Yeah,
I'll find something. I mean, probably do it with a spoon or something.
Yeah. You're like, that's sanitary. That won't kill my miso.
Getting the obvious dirt off of it.
Okay, this is production value. This is what this is about.
But I do have a pot of boiling water over there. And I can bring it back up and sanitize the spoon.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's, yeah. So, how's the temperature?
Okay, we are at 118, 17.
Wow.
About.
How's the temperature in Arizona? Like, what's your weather like?
Oh, it's still really nice.
Really?
Bisbee is a little different than the rest of Arizona. I can't tell what you guys can see.
I can't see. Yeah, now I see you a little bit better. Yeah.
Bisbee's, I don't know, it's probably 82 today or something.
Oh, really I'm like cold. It's Montana. It's overcast. I'm like, oh. So yeah, and I'm just surprised it's like still 118. Like the beans, like by now it'd be at like 50. Here in Montana. So
yeah, Well, I'm still in flip-flops and
Wow.
the
Summer.
window's still open and it's pretty nice. But yeah, we're like 114 here.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so once it gets to 110, you'll add the koji and like
Mash
that bar.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, maybe like mash it first and then add the koji.
Okay.
Actually, if you mash it now, that might actually cool it down, maybe. Is that lowering the temperature?
113. Let me wash my hands. I'm just gonna get in.
Sure.
$111.
Cool. All right. So, yeah, we're yeah.
110.
Okay, so let's add the koji.
Would have been smart to take the lid off first.
Precious.
Nobody's gonna give me a cooking show here.
Right. I'm like, if that fell on the floor, I'd be like, put it in there, man. Yeah, koji is like quite a process to make. That's for sure. For a newbie, it is. Yeah.
Is this all measured? Am I gonna pour the whole thing in?
I didn't. I kind of kept it. I didn't compress it and stuff. So that might be a little bit more than 1 3/4.
Okay, so
that looks like maybe 3/4. Because I didn't want to compromise it, so I just gave you like bricks,
Yeah.
just to keep the immunity of the structure. That probably is. Yeah, might as well. I mean, it couldn't hurt. Like koji's awesome.
What? This is the amount.
Well, that's probably 3/4 of a cup. I mean, it's probably a little bit more than 1 3/4, but it's cool. I mean, it couldn't hurt to put it in there, and you've got that extra water. You got the water going on, so
okay.
Let's do it. Yeah. So you're gonna mash it in there, and it like I would add, like, you don't want it to be like totally drippy, like with the extra water, and you're gonna put your salt in there too.
Okay, so I want it to be more of a miso kind of paste.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be like, we may not need that whole cup of water, but it's good just in case,
I didn't heat this part, so it's going to bring the temperature down a lot. Is that okay?
That's a good question. Well, how is the consistency of this?
Let's see. We're at 93.
Okay, so that's okay. It actually says inoculate beans when below 110. So
okay.
So we're it's okay for now. Like the goal was, like, for some reason it had to be up high, but we don't want to like, this is good. Things are still okay.
In the range. Okay.
Yeah. But is it like drippy, or is it pretty dry?
It's a fairly, want to see it?
Sure. Yeah.
It's a pretty good pasty. There's still bean in there that I would probably mash up.
Yeah. Okay. So I would definitely mash it like a, yeah. Because like we want that mycelium to kind of get into the structure of, so we're just breaking it down to make it easier, I think, for the mycelium to get in there.
Okay.
So, and I'm just trying to think, like, I would add a little bit of that water, and like, so right now I'm going off road into intuitive miso making, but let's add a little bit of that water. And like, is your water, is it filtered water or is it tap water?
Yeah, we get it from a filter.
Okay,
So.
yeah, that's good. Because chlorine might kill our little friendly bacteria that we're trying to use to ferment. So it is important. It's helpful to use tap water.
We go to one of those public water filter things.
Oh, wow.
Filters out most stuff.
Cool. Yeah, so tap water may not be ideal. So
you can't drink the tap water in Bisbee.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad. This is a mining town, so yeah, nobody drinks the water here. It's
Whoa. Well, that's, in a way, that's great that nobody drink. You know, so it's like a norm. You know, that everybody goes get clean water. All right. So let's see how the texture is.
So I can still feel some of the beans are a little bit whole in here, but it's starting to become a pretty nice paste.
Yeah. Yeah. I would add a little bit more water. Yeah. So, and you got the salt in there yet?
No, should I put that in?
Yeah, let's put the salt in there. All right. So try to make a ball with it. Because what people do is it's almost like they make a little, like 5 little balls, and they put it in as the first layer in the bottom of the jar, and then they mash it, and they kind of fill in the air pockets that could possibly form, you know?
Okay. It's not going to hold a ball on its own.
Yeah.
It's a little too mushy, but I think that'll be good because there won't really be any air pockets.
You don't know. Like, it's so annoying. Like, I have, like, air pockets have driven me crazy. Like, when mine had been kind of mushy too. Like, they just find their way in there. So, but yeah, so let's try putting it in the jar.
Okay, I haven't added any of this miso paste yet either.
Oh yeah, thanks for remembering. Let's do a quarter, or as much as you can.
Okay.
Of that.
Here, hold on. I need your hand. How much do we need here?
I think it's a tablespoon.
Can you open it? My assistant is opening it for me.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned this. I forgot.
And how much are we putting in? 1
tablespoon.
Can you get 1 tablespoon? My hands are a little dirty. All right. You're passing through at the right time.
I guess
Yay!
So.
This is the start of his fermentation career.
Yes.
No.
He is quite a good cook, actually.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Is that all?
Here. I'm going to have you get just like a half a teaspoon more.
And I'm so glad you remembered to put about the seed miso. I forgot to put it in my instructions.
Oh yeah, it's still sitting here. So
yeah.
All right. Get the feel. Thank you. All right. See you later.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
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 So 1 tablespoon seed miso. Okay.
Okay, so this is set about 91. I don't think I need the thermometer anymore, right?
Probably not, no. Okay. And not right now.
Wait, the sink is behind you here.
Okay.
Okay, I think this is a pretty good consistency.
Okay. So that salted jar, we can start putting it in, and so the goal is just to avoid air pockets, which is it may be a lot harder than you're gonna be like, I hate you, Andreka. Why did you put me in this situation? And so no, hold on. So before you do that, put that down. I want you to mash it with a spoon or a knife or something.
Because, and get it right in the bottom.
You just gotta, it's this, miso's a dastardly annoying thing. It's like, I'm gonna create a hot air pocket, and the thing is, you put all this effort into it, you don't want to like have like mold at the very bottom of your miso thingy.
Oh, gotcha.
And it is hard to tell too.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just add it really carefully from the bottom then?
Yeah. And like follow your intuition. If your intuition, even my intuition, it didn't work. It's like, there's an air pocket. See, the thing is, you're trusting in this. You can't trust these miso. Well, I guess you can. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. So it's okay to kind of leave a little room at the top, because it is good to, let me see. So you're reading my mind. So what we're gonna do is you actually also want to clean that inner rim so mold won't grow on just a little gunk that's that's not part of the main body. Yeah. And I'm just going to check my miso. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
So, so this is my my black bean miso right now. And so I pretty much followed the same thing, and this is what it looks like just right now. And this is like maybe a month into it. So I wiped the inside, and I resalted. So you're gonna take another little handful of salt, and you're gonna salt the top, because you're kind of sealing it in a salt case, kind of,
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I'm gonna show you my like my first miso was a pumpkin seed miso.
Pumpkin seed.
Yeah, because I can't handle beans that well. But I don't know if you could see the salt crystals on the edge and stuff. Yeah. So at one point, one of my misos or something was smelling pretty bad. So I just scooped off, and it looked fine. I couldn't see any mold, but I scooped off like the top layer, and I rejarred my miso and resalted it. So if something kind of smells like kind of bad, it just like scoop off the top and resalt and rejar, and it smells fine now, like mine does. So
I put kind of a lot of salt.
that should be fine, because it's sort of like, it's like the edge, the crust of a cheese. You know how they kind of salt. Yeah. So I think it's a similar principle.
Okay.
So how, like, as you look at the jar, do you see any air pockets?
I can't.
Cool.
Hopefully it's because they're not there.
Well, you might have more strength than I do, or you might be working with better beans. Like I might have been working with like kind of harder beans that were.
Mine was kind of runny, so I think it filled it. Well, I do see an air pocket now that I look really carefully.
And isn't it annoying? It's always at the bottom, right?
What do you do to get rid of it?
Well, like they're like, don't have air pockets. Use it, mash it down. And I mash it down, but I just can't, I mean, I still, like, I have air pockets in mine, honestly, but it happens to be where the salt is. So maybe the salt is, because I have tons of air pockets. So, so I can't expect you to not have air pockets if I have air pockets.
I can kind of, that actually works.
Okay.
A little bit. Might be able to like smash it down.
Well, the thing is, I'm wondering if, because of the salt on the edges, like maybe ideally we don't want to have huge air pockets, but because we were using those big crystals of salt, that kind of creates like electrical forces, you know what I mean? Like it might create a kind of a like a force field in a way. So because like mine does have air pockets and it smells okay.
Okay.
But I think like we don't want to have huge air pockets, and we're not doing this for commercial preparation.
Right.
So what do you think?
I think after you don't have to listen to it, I'm going to try and bang out a little bit more of it.
Okay.
But there's not a ton. So if you're saying that, the salt would take care of it, we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, I think, because I've been, I have these two that have been going for a couple months, and at one point they were a little stinky, but, and they, like I would rejar them to try to deal with the air pockets, and it didn't work, and so I think it's going to be okay. So I think, okay. But yeah, I would just.
If I could pour a little of this in, it would probably take care of it.
I don't know. It's not anything I have heard. I mean, and the thing is, like, I mean, when I did mine, I think I used my whole cup of water, but it soaked it up. Like, and yours seems pretty.
Mine were kind of like juicy beans.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm thinking my battery's gonna die on my laptop. I gotta grab the cord.
Okay. Well, so I think we're actually almost done. So just in case it ends. So if this video dies, she's going to put the cheesecloth on the top of the jar, and she'll put a rubber band, and then she's going to put the miso somewhere where the air, it has clean, it's like clean air. So not, like somewhere, like maybe not next to the gas range or something like that.
Okay.
Like where would you, I guess,
I have a pantry. Does light matter?
Well, you don't want to have light hitting your miso, right?
Okay. Then the pantry is probably a safe bet. How many
Yeah.
layers of cheesecloth would I use?
Well, the thing is, you want to prevent like fruit flies and stuff. So maybe like a two, like maybe two with two, if it folded like you're doing. Like,
Okay, it's a double layer. As it comes, no, it's more than that.
yeah,
It's a few layers. I could put a paper towel in the middle or something.
yeah, yeah. Because this is going to be like a couple months.
Okay. Keep it.
I mean, this could work, I guess. Like, I've heard some people say, 6 weeks for this type of miso, because this is like a light, the light miso that's the koji you have. And I think the miso the seed miso you were using, was that the light, was that like a barley miso, or what was the miso?
It's yeah, mild yellow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Cool. Voila!
This
Black bean light miso.
Nice.
Yay! Congratulations!
My giant mess. I actually have a little more, so I'll probably just do a smaller jar too.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, if you have a cute little small jar. So, so let's do yogurt then.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this meeting and then start afresh, just so I can have different videos, more options.
Okay.
So I'll just call back in just a second, or a few
Okay.
minutes. Do you need to like?
Let me get rid of this mess, and I'll be ready for yogurt when you get the new meeting.
Maybe like 10 minutes.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Jen.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.